Okay, Jack, this is your first at bat in the first game, and this one you foul off, and you can see as your foot hits, I'd really like to see you work on having your stride foot hit and just getting a turn from there to get some separation, because as our foot hits there, we get a little slidey, and then our end result is that we get a little bit around the baseball. So we hit, and instead of just hit and turn, we just kind of slide just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit, and I'm watching, and I really don't see that back elbow working independent of your hands, right? Because as we hit, we can just see how we're kind of already committed to being around just a little bit. I want you to really feel that you're working from your back shoulder, and it's almost like you're pushing away. We just get that little bit of a round action. So you fouled that one off. And we go on. Now this we could handle because the ball was more out over the plate. As we are hitting, see, we really don't get a lot of separation between our lower half and upper half. Right? You can see it there as I'm watching your back knee and your hands. See how they're just kind of coming together a little bit, right? And that makes our path be around. Now the ball was down and out, right? You can see how my glove's reaching to where that ball is. We'll be able to hit that, but we're going to have a hard time pulling through on the inside pitch unless we get that foot down and we just turn and we get that I feel it's hard to verbalize, but we get that pushing away type action where we're driving from our back shoulder out to the ball. Here you can see as you hit, your weight comes forward just a little bit, but there's really no stretch there, right? As you can see how much forward your hands are, right? It's just kind of hips and hands coming together just a little bit. But I think it's more of a directional thing that we've got to feel you really getting that stretch, and then it's like everything I'm trying to do is push from my back shoulder straight out to the ball. As we see it again. Just need to get a little more stretch there to have the direction going away from us. Okay, Jack, what I see here off of Coach Whitty is we're getting in a pretty good position where we come down, okay? But what I would like to see more of is as you watch, as your lower half starts rotating here, we're really not getting much of a stretch between our lower half and upper half. I also think you might want to play around with having your bat more straight up. I think that may help getting you go to the ball because that's the direction that we want to get, because you can see right here how our direction is going to be around. Now you stay in real tight, but you can see the flight path of your hands is around rather than long through. And I think if we got a little more separation between our lower half and upper half, and the big thing is if we can get a little bit more of that back elbow riding independent of our hands and just get our hands pushing away from us instead of our direction being around. Now that one went foul. Now I want you to see this on your next one, okay? Okay, they Whitty buzzed the tower there, okay? Now this is one that's up. Now we get down pretty good there, and we get a pretty decent stretch with between our hands and our hips there. As I'm watching that elbow get a little bit of independent action, see how your hands are still right on your back shoulder? And you don't do a bad job at all, I think, of going towards the baseball. I know the pitch is way up, right? But I think on this one, we get a better job of getting some lower half turn without our hands. But again, our big thing's got to be, and we get down good there, right? We're in a good spot. We've just got to work on feeling that direction push away more. This one was better than your last swing, right? We get a pretty decent stretch there. Stay connected, stay connected, stay connected, right? But as we can see, we're just getting a little bit around. That's not as pronounced around as the last one. It's just a bad pitch. Now this is the one that you put in play. Okay, we're getting down pretty good there. But we can see as soon as we start turning, our hands just start coming with it, and we can see from right there, we're going to be around the baseball. If you look at the major leaguer, the example of the Sanchez, right, and you can see how he pulls his hands through. I can't bring it up right now with you, but you can watch the flight path of his barrel and see how it's more at it, straight at it, whereas we're just getting a little bit of hips and hands together, and our flight path is around. We want to feel that push from our back shoulder. So we hit, turn, the back elbow slides down without our hands. But you can see from right there that our direction is going to be slightly around. We just need to really work this winter on getting that force to go away from us. Okay, Jack, this is your second at bat off Coach Whitty. And same thing, I think we can really see it here. As you go down here, okay, first of all, just watch my glove. Let's do nothing but watch my glove. Looks like it's maybe a little bit in, but it's not a lot in, okay? And you can see how much our direction is around. See how we're working around? We're working around. We're working around. In the end result, see how we cut across? See how we're coming across? We're working more across. And I still think being up more is going to help you, more vertical with your bat is going to help you get that back elbow ride down and work on a push away. Because you can see right there, we're committed to going around the ball. And again, as I reach, I don't think it's that much in that we have to swing that much around. See how we just, right there. So see how we've committed, everything is going to be going this way with our swing. So I think if we get down, I think if we get a little bit more vertical, we get down and try to feel as that back knee comes in, boom, we haven't moved at all yet with our hands. And you can see it on the Sanchez sample, how he gets, let me clear this off, how he gets there and his hands are still back. See how we're starting to move? And our direction right there, again, we can tell is just going to be a little bit around. Okay, Jack, this is your first at bat, the last game against the slow close machine, and we're getting better. A little bit open up there, but not bad, not as bad, and a much better job of working away from you. Working away from you. Working away from you there. I still think we could get a little bit more of a stretch between our lower half and upper half, but I like the way that your back elbow rides down there. But you can see how we're open just a little bit, right? We still have that little bit of our force going away from us, but a much better job with your hands of working from your back shoulder out away from you there. From your back shoulder out away from you. Now if we can just get that little bit there out and get a little bit more stretch between lower half and upper half. See how they come together a little bit? See how they come together a little bit? But we did a better job of working away from us with our force. We still want to clean that up there. And you can see as that's coming down, see how they're both coming together just a little bit. If we can get back, get a little bit more stretch, not get that opening up with our lower half right there, right? So we're still closed when our foot hits down and get that force going completely out away from us. But that's much better than the swings I saw before. Okay, Jack, here's your second at bat in the game where the machine's close. And let's just keep working on, so we just opened up just a little bit there, opened up just a little bit there. Now, this at bat, I'm starting to see, I'm watching your back elbow, back elbow, back elbow. It is starting to move a little bit independent of the hands. We're starting to get, yep, we're starting to get a little stretch there. Yep. Right? All we got to do is fix the direction there. We're just a little bit around. A little bit around. But as I roll here, yeah! See, we're getting that back elbow to go without the hands going. I still think if we just got up a little bit more, somewhere in there, that would help us just feel that direction go away from us and not around. But I do think that that's the best job of starting to get some separation between elbow and hand. So let's feel ourselves get loaded and get that stretch, and the turn goes out to the ball. Out to the ball. See here, I think we're just coming around a little bit. Get it going out to the ball. Out to the ball. Out to the ball. See, look how good your elbow is down there, right? It's really good stuff, Jack. We just want to get our direction going away from us a little bit more.